Hi everyone, I'm cutting in here. I'll probably put this into a cutscene somewhere in one of my videos. But I'm looking at this and there's 80, almost 90,000 transactions in the memory pool. And Ampool decided to mine a pretty much almost empty block. And then right after that, mine an empty block completely. Is there not enough transactions on the blockchain here or in the memory pool to actually fill them? And then on top of that, as I keep going and I'm looking around, look, well, there's an unknown person here mining an empty block, probably a Chinese miner. All right, and then here's Ampool again, not even filling the blocks. Is there not enough transaction in the memory pool to not fill a block? I mean, is this not is this not ASIC boost or something? Or this is highly unusual. Anyways, there's the current memory pool here, and I think a good indication of the price of Bitcoin is basically look how much use the blockchain is getting on Bitcoin. The new low is just under 10,000 in the memory pool. That's the new weekend low. That's going to be the standard. So it's getting some heavy use. So is it a surprise to see Bitcoin doing this? Is it really a surprise? Oh well. Let me cut out and I'll cut back in later. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode here, I'm gonna go over Ethereum Classic because I had several viewers ask me to go over that or talk about that, and I think it's only fair since I did a video on Ethereum. But before I get into that, so I'm going to talk about Ethereum Classic, but I'm going to go over the winner of the treasure hunt for Bitcoin Globe and the other treasure hunt as well. I'll go over that first before I get into Ethereum. And also before I get to Ethereum, let me do a recap on Steam as well. I wanted to make some modifications to what Steam is. So let's do that first. So let's go to Bitcoin Globe's YouTube page, and the winner of Bitcoin Globe's treasure hunt, and I'll show it right. I think it's this one right here. Internet's slow today, or my computer's slow. There we go. All right, there it is. So as you can see, the Bitcoins have been moved. We do have a winner. Let me refresh it. Okay. All right, so the $10 Bitcoin became a $14.75 Bitcoin. Let me see. At the time, negative 74. So whoever did this, it was an 80 cent, but 71 cent at the time of transaction. So, and the winner is let's see if I can find the winner. Sorry, I gotta scroll up here. The winner is Brian McLaughlin. This is during my Bitcoin special report about Steemit. So Brian says, haven't had a chance to watch your video since I commented last. Since this was Steem and certain people are shilling for it, I thought I would get your take, and I'm glad I did. Something felt off about Steem, like with BitConnect, but I haven't studied either yet. If you don't know by now, I hate Ponzi's, and you presented compelling evidence. This is one. I won the Bitcoin Globe treasure hunt, or he won the Bitcoin Globe treasure, and my version of Chrome doesn't show emojis or anything. And I said, you are the world's greatest hacker. Can you crack the Fluffy Pony treasure hunt? And I said, Craig Grant is a Ponzi magnet. I had a feeling Steemit is some kind of Ponzi. Unfortunately, there are too many stupid people in the world. James Bond, haha, I wish that you doling out the 4-word password was me being a great hacker. I know it's a joke, but people got to start somewhere, right? It is a great tool for showing people how to sweep wallets, use paper wallets, etc. Let me see here. He had more to say. He says, I'm feeling kind of stupid since you gave me the 4-word for Fluffy Pony and I can't quite get it right. It's actually it's actually more than 1 word. It's 5 clues, and the last clue is hard because it's a picture and you have to look at the picture, and of course I'll go over that anyway. I'll go over the Fluffy Pony treasure hunt, and and then my reply is Brian. Okay, forward. I can't quite get it right. Yes, I ran around yelling until my face was blue when I first figured out MineGate, but people kept putting their money down the drain. Have you researched BitConnect? Okay, and no, I haven't researched BitConnect because it's here, and here's why. I mean, I don't have to research BitConnect. Brian McLaughlin, Fluffy Pony is harder to crack. I'm talking about the treasure hunt. Okay, what is there to research about BitConnect? Craig Grant and Trayvon James are involved. That's all I need to know. It's a scam. So after a while, you determine. I've been watching a lot of people for like these past 3 to almost 4 years, and I kind of know who the scammers are. And so I just watch them, and whatever they're into, I'm like, okay, that's a scam. I'm not going to be involved in that. You kind of figure it out, you know. And so let's see here. So this leads me into my segue of, well, first let's go over the treasure hunt, and that way you all can verify that it was real. So the Bitcoin treasure hunt, Bitcoin Globe's treasure hunt is over. Okay, and I'm going to basically show you the passcode and the keys for it. So basically, here it is. Can you see that? There you go. There's the passcode, and there's the QR, the private key for it. Here, if you want to go ahead and scan that, you can to verify. And basically, the question was, is Bitcoin Globe a veteran of the armed forces? That was a yes, lowercase. And then what ride-sharing company does Bitcoin Globe drive for, or contract for? That was Uber. And I basically had just the name, no LLC or Inc. or anything, just the name of the company, the ride-sharing company, Uber. And then what state is Bitcoin Globe in? And that would be the abbreviation form, both capitalized, uppercase letters. And then the last clue was what year did Bitcoin Globe start his YouTube channel? And that was 2016. So literally it was pretty much almost last year. It's only been doing this for about a year. So go ahead and scan that and verify that. And Brian McLaughlin, you are the world's greatest hacker. At least he was smart enough to take the bitcoins that are worth more in value. He couldn't quite crack the code. Let me see if anybody was able to crack the code. I'll go over that a little bit later on in the video. No, it's still there. Still there. So no one's been able to crack that code. So I'm probably going to have to just feed you the passcode. Anyways, let me see here. So this leads me into my, is it this one? This one. Okay, so this leads me into my thing about Steemit. Okay, so I have an update. I'm just going to share with you real quickly about Steemit. Steemit is my final conclusion about Steemit is really it is It's every scam in the book. Okay, it is a Ponzi because of the token Steam that you have to buy. So there's the Ponzi in which the investment is the new investors pay out kind of the old investors, but it's worse than that. Not only is it a Ponzi, it's also a pyramid scheme. Okay, the site itself is a pyramid scheme because the site doesn't really offer you tokens. So the token, the currency Steemit, is a Ponzi. The site itself, Steemit, is a pyramid scheme. And then within Steemit is crony capitalism. So the people who have the majority of the power up, have the influence on Steemit, dictate who gets paid. And they're waiting for people to come in with their money to share with Steemit. That's the sharing economy. So they can dole out to people who they want to give money to. So it's a combination of three scams put into one. Anyways, so let me see here. Let's go over this real quick. No. All right. So the reason why let me see, Sandpiper is in here. Okay, so the reason why I did the Ethereum video was someone asked me, Sandpiper22 asked, could you please do an update on ETH? Thanks, after watching my Bitcoin prediction Ethereum. And I just sent him a message well, about a week ago. So hopefully you had a chance to see it. So I want to go over some of my predictions, and let's just see where I'm at on all this stuff. Because I just made a lot of predictions, didn't I? So let's go over some of these. Mt. Gox. I think some of you are now experiencing that. Now that the price has gone up, everyone's getting Mt. Goxed. IRS and the Coinbase, that hasn't been resolved. Oh, here's another one. I mentioned in this video, ETF. There still might be a chance that ETF will get approved, ironically. Even though it's been denied, but now it's being resurrected, so there might still be a chance that the ETF might be coming back. So there's, let's see, there's just crazy videos. Anyways, that's the video in which they're talking about. So anyways, let's go to Ethereum Classic. So let's go to Ethereum Classic now. So Ethereum Classic, let's just go over what the internet thinks of Ethereum Classic, then I'll give you my take on it. So here's Ethereum Classic, and it talks about blockchains and what it is, the virtual machine. So let's just go over this real quick. Ethereum Classic is an open source public blockchain-based distributed computing platform featuring smart contract scripting functionality. It provides a decentralized Turing complete virtual machine. So that's about all I'll go. I mean, you can just look this up on the internet and do your own research. So it's not that bad. This is pretty accurate. It's better than Ethereum, which is nothing but news articles. Ethereum Classic on Wikipedia seems to be right on. Let's go on to here on Crypto Compare. What is Ethereum Classic? And see what they have to say, what it is. So what is Ethereum Classic? So let's see here. Ethereum Classic is not a new cryptocurrency, but instead a split from an existing cryptocurrency. Ethereum, okay, it's a split from Ethereum, or I should say Ethereum is really a split from Ethereum Classic. Both blockchains are identical in every way up until block 1920000, where the hard fork to refund the DAO token holders was implemented, meaning that all the balances, wallets, and transactions that happen on Ethereum until the hard fork are still valid on Ethereum Classic blockchain. After the hard fork, the blockchains were split in two and act individually. Ethereum Classic still offers the same features as Ethereum, such as the creation and deployment of smart contracts, decentralized application, and has all the same specifications such as average time size and reward, average block time, size and reward. So that's accurate. So Crypto Compare is very accurate in which they talk about, and there's more to it. How was Ethereum created? Goes into all that. Dangers of Ethereum Classic, frequently asked questions. So this is very accurate in which they state. And then let's go to, I'm just going to show you the Twitter page of Ethereum Classic. So that that there is a Twitter page that you can go to and research. And then this is their GitHub, Ethereum Classic. Frequently asked questions, and there's some really good ones. What is Ethereum Classic related to Ethereum? How is it related to Bitcoin? For the most part, it's pretty much identical to Ethereum. So there's really no difference other than the hard fork from the DAO incident. And so I'm going to go to this part where I go to ethereumclassic.github.io, and then this is where we go. Decentralized, I guess you can say that. Immutable, well, they didn't change anything. And unstoppable. Yeah, you put in a dumb contract and it gets exploited. That's what happens. So, anyways, the reason I'm going to this is because they have a nice little timeline here, which I'm going to blow this up a little bit more. There we go. And you can see what happens. July 30th, 2015, Ethereum launches. So if you think about it, 5, 6, 7, Ethereum's not even 3 years old. This is a highly experimental, highly risky blockchain and cryptocurrency. I wouldn't even touch it at this point, and I have it. And then it goes into Slock. It creates the DAO. Let's see, it goes through all this. DAO crowd begins. Let me see, security protocol. Gives you all, I mean, this is very accurate in which they have the timeline here. Memorandum call, DAO crowd sale ends. And then this is where the reversive call bug discovered. Right? But yet, Stephen Tuwal publicly claims that DAO funds are safe despite the newly discovered critical security flaw. All right. The DAO is hacked. Now that's a question. That's questionable. I think the program ran as it did, right? I mean, no one changed the programming. Panic hits the market. All right. The countdown begins. The Robinhood group announced. So there's a bunch of Robinhood group that decides to siphon off their funds. Siphon off the funds. I don't know if any of that was returned. DAO wars. Soft fork vote. Yep. Soft fork vulnerability. So they couldn't do a soft fork. So now they had to do a hard fork. Hard fork spec announce. Last minute carbon vote. DAO bailout. Hard fork. Yep. Mission accomplished. I remember that. They had a champagne. They said mission accomplished. And then day after that, the very block after that, you see the block here and then block here. Ethereum was born. Ethereum Classic was born. It's kind of interesting. It was almost like it was planned, because the day after the hard fork and the mission accomplished and everything, all of a sudden on Poloniex, Bitfinex, on all these different exchanges, except for Coinbase and some other Bitsy, they didn't offer Ethereum Classic tokens. People all of a sudden had Ethereum Classic tokens. Communities in disarray. A lot of people were confused and panic sold their coins, their Ethereum Classic coins, because they didn't know what to do. Very interesting. Ethereum Classic community. Let me see. Robinhood group attempts to dump large quantity of stolen Ethereum Classic on the market. Poloniex freezes the account. So a lot of attempts were really made to squash Ethereum Classic. A lot of attempts. They didn't even, and here's the thing, they didn't even, this group didn't even return the Ethereum Classic to their rightful owners. What a bunch of bastards. Alright, declares independence, rebuilds. Finally, the DAO incident, after, I think it was 30 days they had to wait. But as programmed, right, the DAO unlocked the Ethereum Classic tokens to the quote-unquote hacker. Let me see, attacks and upgrades, yep. And then Ethereum Classic monetary policy, which I think they changed the mining rewards, and also they continue to be on a proof of work and not convert over to a proof of stake with their mining algorithm here. And more information. So this is the upgrade in which they delay the difficulty bomb. Alright, monetary policy adopted. So they've decided on a 210 million Ethereum Classic cap on the creation of their token. So basically just 10% of Bitcoin's value, or Bitcoin's tokens. So 21 million, they went to 210 million tokens. So, and then now they have a Ethereum Classic investment fund, and then that's to date. So this is a very, very accurate history of Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. So this is a very good timeline. This is pretty much exactly how I remembered it. So this is the true story of Ethereum. Alright, true story of Ethereum. And let's just scroll down, see what else they have. They do have a growing user base, a growing developer. Mining seems to be pretty healthy. Let's check on the price of Ethereum Classic. Looks like you know, they've oh yeah, that reminds me, let me see here, is it this one? Yes. So when I first did my prediction on Ethereum Classic, which is right here, I couldn't find any information on them. I mean, even when I googled them, they had like no information. So in this episode here, I just had to put in a lot of sex appeal, so I put a lot of technical analysis in there, a lot of TNA, so to speak, if you know what TNA is. Just gave them a lot of sex appeal. Well, finally, they don't need sex appeal because they actually have something now. So basically, there's their chart, and so you see the value's gone up, and of course the proof of work, continuing with the proof of work, probably really helped, and also the investment fund. What do they call it? What do they call that thing? ETC investment fund. Yeah, basically, I think it's an ETF of some sorts. So, anyways, so that's probably helped, and but yet they still have not done quite anything yet. That's the amazing part about this whole thing. They haven't. They have yet to still do anything yet on their blockchain. There's no ICOs, and I don't know if they're going to do ICOs, but they can still do the ICO. They can still do. They're doing basically everything that Ethereum is doing. And matter of fact, if you ask me, the real value of Ethereum is this value right there. That's what it should be, instead of the what Ethereum is worth now, which is like $100. The real Ethereum price is probably, this is probably the more accurate, because you know, if you look at their timeline, that's the truth. Ethereum Classic is the true Ethereum. So Anyways, here's my take on Ethereum Classic. Uh, Ethereum Classic is just like Ethereum. The only difference is I think they are the true form of Ethereum. Is that good or bad? I don't know. Like I said, this whole blockchain, this whole platform, the currency itself, um, it has a couple challenges. First of all, first of all, here's my thing with it is, um, who's going to use this stuff for what it's intended to be used? I mean, they're talking about a programmable machine, right? A programmable blockchain. There's some aspects that I don't like. Unless it's been tested and proven, I wouldn't use that programmable blockchain. I would wait for all the stupid people to try it out and have them lose their money, just kind of like the DAO. And then if it does work, then I'll use it. But at this point in time, it's very, very risky to be the pioneer in this stuff because just like the DAO, if your coding and your programming skills are very poor, you get a poor product. And people are just rolling things out like without even testing, without oversight or review or anything. They're just rolling this stuff out like it's you know like hotcakes, literally. So I think there's still it still needs more time to mature. And again, it's going to have the same issues as Ethereum because people are treating this like a security, and instead of like a gas. The token is supposed to be a gas to run the program on the virtual machine, and people don't treat it that way. They're treating it like a currency token in which they can buy and sell like a security. And if it gets too popular, the price is going to go up. And to run any dApps or any programs, it's ridiculous. That's the same thing that Ethereum is going through right now. And so, and plus, they're still doing the mining, so you know that the price of gas is going to be based on on the miners, on what they choose to uh, choose as what the gas cost is. So, anyways, it's slightly better as far as an investment goes. I mean, you have to realize that Ethereum Classic or Ethereum, these tokens are not meant to be traded like a security or like a currency. They're supposed to be used as transactions to run the software. That's it. They're really supposed to have very little value. The point of it's supposed to be prevent spamming the network. And but what it's become is a way to buy and sell. Pretty much, it's very similar. I admire the principles. The technology seems interesting, but the token is being misused. Okay, so it's no different than Ethereum Classic. So I'm just gonna. It's still too early. I mean, both Ethereum and Ethereum Classic are less than 3 years old. It'll be interesting to see what happens in about 5 years when something really happens. Like it'll really have some use, or it'll die. It'll just become a failed experiment, one or the other. So that's my take on it. But people are going to be stupid and going to try to trade. So, but as far as Ethereum Classic overall, I think the people who are involved in Ethereum Classic really believe in the project. I'll give them that much. They really believe in the project. So that's why I was able to survive the split. And if they really do have something, then then it will actually do something in 5 years. Within 5 years and after 5 years, they'll actually have a viable running product for a real solution. All right, for a real problem. So, anyways, that's all I have for Ethereum Classic. Hope you all enjoy that, and my view and take. Let's go on to the fluffy pony. Okay. So I guess no one got the fluffy pony. So this is now it's become a giveaway. It's kind of pathetic, like no one can get it, but oh well. So here's the QR code for fluffy pony. Go ahead and scan that. So it's basically first come, first serve. Anybody who watches the video this far deserves this giveaway now. It's a giveaway. All right, there you go. And so let's see what it is. Okay, so what did I say? I said, all right, this was the first clue. This whole thing was the first clue right there. What is his Twitter handle? So it looks like at FluffyPonyZA, right? And then the second clue was he's the director of what? He's the director of skullduggery at the Institute of Lemonade Studies. Okay, and then looks like he's in South Africa, right? He's in South Africa. So what continent is South Africa in? Okay, that was the other one. I believe the answer to that would be Africa, and you would spell it just like this, right? The proper noun version of it. And then the next clue after that was, let me see, 1, 2, 3. The fourth clue was, what year did he join Twitter? What year did he join Twitter? That's 2011. Now the hardest part was this picture, of course. So maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe that's why it was hard to crack. But I believe that bay is Plettenberg Bay, if I pronounce it right. And so, if you don't know how to spell Plettenberg Bay, it's actually spelled right here, Plettenberg Bay. And that's how it is inputted into the passcode. There is a little space. There's a space between Plettenberg and Bay, and it is the way it is spelled out right here. Plettenberg, capitalized P, capitalized in the B. So let me show you the passcode and then the QR code as well. Okay, so if you can get that. That is the passcode and the QR code. So that is what it is. And so the last portion was a little bit hard because you had to add a space. So even a space counts. All right? Even a space counts as part of the password. All right, and there you go. Here, I'll zoom in on this. So maybe you can scan that a little bit better. And I'll zoom out so you can see the passcode. So thank you very much for watching this episode. And I guess this concludes this episode. I'll go to Ethereum here. So is Ethereum a good trading app? My personal view is if it's less than 3 years old, don't even bother looking at it or doing any research. I mean, you can observe and watch, but I would give it at least 3 years because the scams and the Ponzi's and the pyramids all performed within the first 3 years. All right, and then after the 3 years, maybe you want to start looking at it because the people who are left are the real people who believe in the project. And then after 5 years, it gives the people who really believe in the project enough time to actually develop a viable, usable product that has a solution for real world problems. And all the scammers are gone by then because they've all, made their money. So all the scam happens within the first 3 years. So that's my recommendation for everything. Anyways, this concludes this episode, so feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.